Hey everybody, welcome to Cool Games Inc.
Oh my God.
Hi everybody, welcome to Cool Games Inc. in the city. I'm Griffin McElroy.
I'm Nick Robinson. There's immediately like an NPR coziness vibe.
It's because we got this big fucking like cronut of a microphone.
Yeah,
I can't help but get in it and just be like, what's up? I like it when the foam touches the mouth because it makes you feel like Terry Gross.
Yeah, it's if you can get your throat to immediately come out and hit microphone, you minimize the travel in the air so the vibrations don't have to go as far.
You and me are together in New York City.
Yeah.
My voice sounds like this because I've just got too much of that fucking New York smog in my throat. Some of that fucking gruff detective shit. I've just been huffing cabs.
I've noticed that about
nonstop.
Man, I've been having like to this morning we were flagging down a cab
and you looked over and I was just like going
mouth
down
around
on
the
that
pipe,
tailpipe,
just sucking away,
getting wild.
And
it's fucking New York, man. What happens here
only
is
in New York. Right?
What happens here is a secret.
And until you tell everyone on a podcast,
we have 15 minutes.
You got to get right into
in
it.
The studio.
This is a Cool Games Inc. Junior New York.
Junior. Yeah, it's a little baby episode. So let's get in it. I think we start with a speed round and we just start throwing some spaghetti at the wall and then like see what sticks and then we take the tastiest piece.
Spaghetti.
I want to start with the top answer because we like to do that. We have a Reddit thread, and the top answer is whatever the fuck this is. And then can I get a real close up on whatever this is?
Put that in post.
Because I have stories to tell.
This is a very visual episode. If you're listening to this on the audio feed, you might want to head over.
What we're looking at here is the box art for my stamina's been restored in Fire Emblem Heroes. What we're looking at here is the title box, is what they call it, of a VHS, and it's called Beesbo's Adventures.
Now, what I learned from you right before we started rolling is that you have familiarity with Beesbo's Adventures.
Let me tell you about Blockbuster.
Can I get a... Because
get close up on Beesbo. Beesbo's Adventures, you see a box art, and it's got a little boy, and it's got a furry alien, which, spoiler alert, is the little boy's Super Saiyan form. They don't tell you that. And then there's a little sticker on it. And can you read the sticker to me, please?
Well, the sticker says it's an entertaining guide to children's manners.
Yeah, all of that tracks.
But the subtitle is Beesbo's Adventures, How to Behave Like a Human Being.
So Beesbo's an alien boy, and he looks like this, and he's got big old ears, and the furry monster, it looks like some sort of hell bat.
Yeah. His whole triangular look is really something to behold.
And so what Beesbo is, he's an alien, he comes to Earth, and he looks like a little kid, so he chills with little kids. And some little kids are like, hey, your mama's so fat, and then Beesbo thinks like, that's how you're supposed to act?
Oh no! So he starts behaving.
So
like
then Beesbo rolls up on little kids and he's like, "Your mom's fucking fat," and it's like,
no.
Beesbo, what the
Jesus
fuck? And it gets
Christ.
embarrassing and turns into this furry worm devil.
Yeah.
I rented this from Blockbuster Video because it was free. Blockbuster Video had a section of like free like edutainment videos.
No charge, kid.
They also had a thing where if you rented 5 videos, you would get a free box of candy and a bucket of popcorn. And those fucking idiots out of business for this very reason.
You're the one who ran them out.
They went out of business because I'd be like, here's my videos. They'd be like, oh, 5 free ones. I'd be like, give me those fucking snow caps.
Your total is $0.00.
I duped them nonstop. But I also would get these videos home. I'd be like, I do wonder what's up with Beesbo.
You might as well watch. You need something to watch while you're eating that free popcorn you got, right?
And I learned a lot about manners. That's why I'm so mannerly. But the boy's alien form, I do want to stress this, looks like some sort of just really bad demon or devil.
He has a bad appearance.
A video game version of this, though, like I would love, like I've played some Call of Duty recently, and let's just say some of the manners were absent.
Very rude. The thing that's interesting is like every video game, for the most part, every button on the controller, if you think about it, does something rude. You know, it's like punch or
for most,
kick or shoot.
You play Crash Bandicoot and you have spin, and you spin into the apples and they go away.
That's
and
rude.
There's fart.
Right, and I want a game where
run, like don't run.
That's rude in a way if you think about it.
There's not a button to like put a fucking shirt on Crash.
Fletcherville suggests the Great British Quake Off, Mary Berry's return to the role that launched her career, esports commentating.
Oh man,
Mary Berry watching like a Quake match. And
Paul Hollywood in the mix as well, or
no,
we just got married for this one.
We got the good one of the two.
Wow, fucking throwing some.
Paul?
Yeah. I think this would be. Does she play? Does she know?
She used to, and she's retired now because Quake is a very reflex-oriented game. And
is she excited about the reboot, or is she like sort of like, oh, I don't know, there's other characters?
She's talked a lot of shit about it on Twitter, but now it seems like they're trying to rope her in to commentate on it when they show the game at E3, and so she's kind of quieted down. A lot of people have noticed. first.
Okay.
In her shit talking about it, because she was like, "Power, this isn't real Quake," but now she's like, I don't know. I think they're paying her a little bit. The idea.
Oh, they're paying her off.
Yeah. Well, they're hiring her, right, to do that on the show floor commentary that people like.
Here's one from Pika Ray who says, "A game where you can't die, but every time you lose a life, the graphics get shittier."
Oh, I like that. So, what's appealing about this idea to me is that if you want to see that final boss battle in its full highest fidelity,
I think it starts out at what, like fucking
gorgeous
8K, like
Crysis,
just dripping honey.
Anti-aliasing out the wazoo.
Is Crysis the touch point still?
Yeah, it
Crysis 1 is the touch point.
It still has the most graphics of any video game, just in terms
true.
of number
Yeah.
of graphics.
But then like if you die too many times, all of a sudden it's fucking Pitfall.
Yeah. So
Pitfall.
is it going? Well, my worry with that, because my brain went there first too, of like it goes further back in time, but
eventually you're just looking at red square and it turns green, and then the square, it's just one fucking like solid color that keeps like every time it's like you turn the mosaic setting in Photoshop up one dial.
Well, note though that the suggestion isn't you go further back in generations in history. So I think by the end of, if you die a bunch of times, it just looks like Drawn to Death. Or Drawn, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bad graphics game.
So wait, you're talking about changing. I'm talking about lowering the number of. I'm talking about reducing the resolution by half each time.
Oh, so it goes 4K, 1080, 480.
Wouldn't it go 4K, 2K, 1K, 500 pixels,
0.5K, 0.25K,
and then but I'm talking about eventually you've got 8 squares of color, and it's like I think I'm the red square.
Yeah, it makes death a real consequence. Greetings, fellow humans, says Age of Empires, the baseball RTS. Build your favorite baseball team beginning from ancient times. So maybe your baseball team starts out with not a lot of resources. Maybe, I mean, what was early baseball like? I'm imagining just like a very cricket-esque, like the first game of baseball
Cricket
ever
was
played.
probably first baseball.
Yeah.
The problem with this idea is that in ancient times, the people were so small, just like so small.
Little in the game.
They would be littler than their modern day counterparts, I think.
So if somebody is beating you in the race to advance in the ages.
Have you seen Randy Johnson ever? The pitcher who made the bird go away.
Oh, he's the guy who is.
He threw the pitch he threw the pitch really good, and
bird gone.
At that point, God sent a bird down to deliver a message to Randy Johnson. In a really, really very specific way. Anyway, Randy Johnson is approximately 2 Knicks tall.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so like him up against like a little, Roman, like fucking 4'2", just like with their spear or whatever.
Right.
Like
he could just throw a baseball at him.
He could throw a baseball at him and like bird him right there.
Bird him out of existence.
I've got one that might be the nug.
What is it?
I don't know if it's time for it. It's called Taste Buds.
Okay.
And it's a cooperative VR game in which you have to feed one another.
Are we okay? Walk me through this. Are we both wearing headsets for this?
Yeah.
And we can see one another.
Yes.
Are we in the same room or are we?
Well, we can't see each other's physical forms. We can see each other's virtual bodies. But then like we're sitting at a table and it's just like, here, man, you can't eat anything yourself. But there's like a hunger meter and it's constantly like...
It's like that old parable about how like in hell everyone has spoons where they can't reach their own mouth, but they can reach everyone else's mouths if they sit in a circle. You know that old tale.
The hell spoon circle parable.
What verse is that?
It's like, Luke 2.
Yep.
The whole...
Well, it's from the book Luke 2, but the verse is 15,
Luke
12.
2, the super hot sequel to
that
Luke.
I'm working on.
Yeah. But it's just like, I think you start with a hunger meter, but then the meter breaks down into specific sub-meters where it's like sour. And my sour meter's going down, dude, give me that fucking, give me some of those green grapes. Yeah. Well, but then it's like, you here, tell me what you need. Like, what's meter is going down for you?
My sour meter is quite full.
Yeah.
But my umami meter is running on fumes right now.
Okay, so I would reach down and I would get like I would get some ramen or something like that.
Okay.
And that would be tricky, right? Like you have to pick up
with your hands,
chopsticks, and then I'd reach over.
Yeah, and drop it down in my mouth.
Or like you want, dude, you like your meat thing's low. It's like here's a chicken leg.
Yeah, and I eat that cooperatively. But in the meantime, I got my eyes.
But
on
I'm
your
like,
meter.
dude, I'm fucking super thirsty, and so it's.
And then you win.
And then we win. Well, I mean, I don't think you win. I think it's like horde mode, where eventually you're gonna lose.
It's just wave-based hunger.
Yeah, you're constantly until the hunger meters are so granular, where it's like my fucking sticky meter is low, and it's like my sticky meter and my savory meter. Like, what are you gonna? I guess a bar pulled pork here. Just here's some pulled pork. Go, go.
Right. You have to start picking things that satisfy multiple meters at once. Otherwise, because Griffin can only chew so fast.
Right.
So I want to make sure I'm min-maxing the meters I'm filling when I grab like this candy, this sticky. It's like a Snickers.
Yeah, and
but
then
there's a
it's
high chew factor on that. You're kind of. Well, this is more for illustrative purposes.
Yeah, this is not. I'm not
I
gonna
noticed
actually
that
eat their.
it kind of lit up as you pressed some of the buttons.
did
you
I?
kind of typed a sentence into our computer.
To make a note to wipe that off later.
Yeah, Clayton, when you're editing this, just come by this room.
by
and
this
if you
room and
scrub
wipe
this
it off.
down.
I like this game because it's sweet and that it's like nice.
It is truly cooperative.
It's like you and your friend. When you cook for a friend, you ever cook? When was the last time you cooked for? You said, friend, I want you to come by and I want to satisfy your hunger with my own toil. Like I want to go to the store and buy the good lettuce, and I want to spice it up for you in the way that I know that you're gonna like. And then
spiced lettuce.
And then you eat the spiced lettuce, and when I cook for my buddies, sometimes I just like
watch because you're like,
I don't eat. Like I'll make myself a plate, but then I just watch them eat first.
and what's
like,
going on in your head while that's happening? You're like, I'm giving them a part of me.
I'm giving them a part of me, right?
Yeah.
To double, I think you double that down when it's like, just like sit back, relax, get comfortable, and let me just take care of you.
Yeah, feeding your friend. It's a symbiotic relationship. Maybe that's worked into the title somehow.
I think there would be a really heavy emphasis on spectating in what's the game called? It was a really Taste Buds.
Taste Buds.
It's a fucking great name.
Awesome name.
I think there's an emphasis on just watching two people feed each other.
So it's support for up to 2 players cooperatively with up to 1,000 players spectating. Mm-hmm. So almost like a stadium could fill in around you. So the more players that join, the more they're all represented, right?
Right.
By like a JPEG of a little person.
I think we could also get into some fucking Space Team shit of just there's 8 people and it's just like I need savory and it's like
yeah, you gotta throw it across the room.
Maybe it's like there's an arcade game called Big Bertha, and by the way, I'm not going to go the route that you think I'm going to go with this. But there's an arcade game called Big Bertha that we had at my local pub, and it was a big a woman who was sort of inflated from within, and she had a big mouth, and you had to throw little plastic balls into her mouth, and you got points for that. So maybe your avatar in the game is just like a big, really frightening, like inflated face. It's just like points like that, and you have to fucking like hungry hippos. I don't like that. I do like you lose the tactile feel of your friend slurping down the ramen as you like gently lower it into their.
It's a different mode though.
It's a different
It's an
party
8-player
mode.
party mode is what it's called.
Yeah.
Like on some Burnout Paradise shit. You get everyone together.
Yeah. Feast mode.
But the one, I think the core of this
Thanksgiving setting.
Thanksgiving mode. The core of the game though is this one-on-one intimate game.
I don't want to play this with strangers. It could have a matchmaking mode, but I'm gonna play with strangers and I'll be like, I'm getting my peanuts meter's getting pretty low, and they'll be like, oh yeah, let me help you out with it. Oops. Fucking dicks.
Jerks.
They need to play the Beesbo game and learn some fucking dinner manners.
That should be a requirement. Maybe Beesbo runs the tutorial for this game, and you make sure you know
The tutorial for this game is the full runtime of the movie Beesbo's
unskippable.
Beesbo's Kid Manor Adventures.
You have to watch the whole thing.
You have to watch the whole fucking movie.
I like that though. I mean, because some players might find that annoying, but it will ensure that we have a player base that is extremely polite, because they don't want to end up like Beesbo did.
What if one of the things is like my soup meter's way low, and you look around and there's not a spoon, and so you have to like your hit points go down because you have to like dip
it's so hot. You're
so
sacrificing.
Hot
it's almost like
points.
it's like the end of Brothers. You know,
it's like the end of that's exactly spoiler alert, y'all. Brothers ends with one of the brothers burning his hand terribly on hot soup that he has to like
because his brother's like, I need some soup.
Yeah, but the brother can't feed himself, and so he burns his hand so bad that he dies.
It's dark, but it teaches
really
you about
dark,
friendship.
But it teaches you about like how sad it is when your brother dies, which like I knew that I like could have guessed that one.
Right,
Brothers.
that's not too hard to figure out.
Exactly how Brothers ended. Game of the year.
Ooh.
Taste Buds.
Taste Buds. Thank you. Thank you to the submitter of this in particular because it's such a no-brainer of a
Greetings, fellow human.
Yeah, excellent name. Excellent premise. Excellent game.
Pika Ray responded to this one also and said, "Oh God, Griffin is gonna love this one." But I showed a lot of restraint here in Taste Buds.
almost
Obviously,
did.
I could have been like, "Hey Nick, eat this chicken leg." Oh no!
Oh no! Right, Griffin's going in, and I could have, and likewise, I could have gone down a whole road of trying to figure out whether or not this Big Bertha game played into your origin story a bit.
Or
but
if it was just a figment
of
of my like
if
imagination.
it ever, I'm getting 0 results on Google for Big Bertha.
If Big Bertha is actually my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. That's the game. Taste Buds.
Taste Buds.
We got to it, man. We got to that shit.
You know what it is? When we're in the same room, we can really get all the detritus out of the way. We don't have to deal with Skype. We don't have to deal with anything else. We can just get right to the meat on them bones. You know?
Meat on Them Bones is another decent
good
name for the game.
Maybe the game is subtitled that. Maybe the game is
Taste Buds, Meat on Them Bones. A Beespo adventure.
This is now, is it wet? No, it's sticky. Sorry. I'm getting a real, like, I never realized how much this resembled a leg of
like
lamb
a chicken
or
some ribs. No, it's a good controller. Nintendo, you did it.
Great work.
You made
Nintendo.
a really good one.
Really appetizing.
Controller. I would love to just party on it. Yeah. So Taste Buds is the game this week. Thank you for listening and watching Cool Games Inc.
Yeah.
Next time, sorry we're not in a hot tub this time.
That's an E3 tradition.
That's
I think
an
we've
E3
made it really
tradition.
clear that that's an E3 exclusive premise. This is Cool Games Inc. New York.
This is Cool Games
not
Inc.
to
in
be
the
confused
city.
with Cool Games Inc. Junior. Not to be confused with Cool Games Inc.
Got maybe too many brands.
Disagree. I think we launch a new, because it keeps people guessing if we launch a new podcast every single week.
Let's feed each other for lunch today.
I think that's our personal challenge.
No matter what it is, let's like just make sure we take care of each other.
What if it's
today.
like I'm a little like boba or Dippin' Dots or something might be hard.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Dippin' Dots is like fun. It's like
it would be
fun ice cream.
I do not have the self-control to not, like, if it was Dippin' Dots, so I'm feeding it to you, just put little dots on your nose, and then that's fun.
Shit.
That could be cute.
Don't do that. You know what I'd be like? Here's your Dippin' Dot. Oh,
that would be good. It's kind of a betrayal in a way.
Yeah.
But
shit.
I hope that's funny for you at least.
Oh man.
Is that the thing? Is that the?
I think so.
Yeah. Thank you for listening. This is Cool Games YouTube.
And I'm Griffin McElroy.
And download it.
No problem. Fine.
Click around. There's plenty of other websites, but don't use them. We have website to get online. And if you don't remember how to bookmark it, just Google it. That's what we say every week.
Put it in the can, Jerry. Another good one.